public school students concerned with a board discussion I heard at the end of the last meeting. Before I go too far, it's necessary to clarify that at any time access to a book has been restricted, even if it's temporary, it is defined as a book ban. Let's not change the meaning or severity of the term. Indoctrination happens in the absence of access to information. It's when people in power decide to withhold information that contradicts their chosen narrative. As long as you continue to provide equal access to all information and ideas, regardless of your personal viewpoint, you cannot justifiably be accused of indoctrination. As an involved, supportive parent, I get no additional feeling of empowerment or comfort from laws or board decisions that limit the information available in the classroom or on the shelf. I never once worried about indoctrination happening in my school until our governor started demanding bills that limit access to information, and our boards started ignoring their own policies to remove speech that made them uncomfortable.
I started my career as a secondary mathematics teacher in Pennsylvania, and I recently retired as a technical cast member from the Walt Disney Company. I know kids. I was a teacher. I was the father of 2 adopted boys. I was the father of 4 immigrant foster children, and currently a stepfather. And it's important to be aware of our kids and what they're reading. But briefly, our Declaration of Independence and Constitution are sacred documents of fundamental self-determination. They recognize the inherent worth of all people, acknowledging that they can make choices from their own perspective. Hence our First Amendment freedoms of religion, speech, press, assembly, and petition. Given those freedoms, let's not ban books from personal perspectives.
So good evening, all. Let me just preface this speech by defining liberty from Oxford Languages for you all. Liberty, the state of being free within society from oppressive restrictions imposed by authority on one's way of life, behavior, or political views. As a full-time corporate working mother of 2 children, disabled Air Force veteran, here's my proof, and a military spouse with a husband who recently served overseas on deployment in Africa for a year, I am deeply offended at the proposal to ban any books in the Osceola County school system on the perseverance of liberty. I did not serve this country and continue to serve this country as a household to have an authority body restrict the teachings of my children without the due diligence process we have in this country. I trust the judgment of the Osceola County School Board to allow each specific school to make their own verdict. The mission of the Osceola County School Board is to inspire all learners to reach their highest potential as responsible, productive citizens. Please inspire the people to learn first, read the book in its entirety before making a judgment call.
I didn't have a lot of time to prepare for this, so I wasn't fully aware of what was going on, but I felt the need to come here in person. A little bit of background, I'm an attorney. I was a former prosecutor in Baltimore City. My husband is retired Army, Special Forces, Bronze Star with Valor, etc. So we believe in justice, we believe in law and order, we believe in structure. However, when I heard about this ban, I am terrified. I am terrified at the prospect that people are opposed to readings and therefore decide that it should be banned completely. We have a process, as everybody has said, and everyone much more eloquently has decided that there is this process. It should happen. The educators are the ones who know the students, who know the books. They shouldn't be taken away from them simply because of fear, disagreement, and people will disagree. 100 people will be asked, what do you feel about this book? I hear a lot of people speaking, which is not the process here. Everyone should get an opportunity to speak and not be interrupted.
I'm a mom of a high school student. I'm an Army veteran. I'm an architect. That means I went to undergrad for art, and I was friends with a lot of people in the LGBTQ community. I'm here today because I've seen that there is a lot of discussion about the banned books and the hope of removing books from the library. My understanding is this isn't even about books that my child might be assigned to read. These are books that would be available to her in the library. I wish I could do a side note and say, my daughter's English teacher, she needs more books in school. It's really unfortunate that my 15-year-old is asked to purchase her own book because they don't have enough to go around and there's not enough in the library.
There's been a lot of talk tonight about bullying. Looks like you're all trying to do a really good job protecting our kids from bullying. I ask all of you, do not let yourselves be bullied by a few people who are trying to upend what looks like a perfect good process that smart and capable people have put together for the review of books. This standard process you have, my understanding of reviewing books, it needs to be followed instead of the school board acquiescing to individuals or organizations who are demanding in a business meeting that specific books be banned or taken out of the library or whatever step on the slippery slope you might want to be describing. Bullying doesn't belong in this room. Bullying doesn't belong in our schools. Bullying doesn't belong in our library.
I am just a passionate member of our community. I do not have children, but I have a lot of relatives going through a lot of things I never would have imagined when I was young. They are transitioning to be other humans in the world and going through all these things. Where do you think they find out about other people that are experiencing the same experiences that they are going through to help them navigate their thoughts and their thinking processes through this? It is critical. On another note, I just feel like I'm living back in the Salem witchcraft times. I mean, where are we? What century are we in that we ban things and burn things? And I'm tired of dumbing down the society. We are living in a world where people are slower and less functional and less intelligent, less able to problem solve in their head quickly. It is just amazing to me. You cannot go to a fast food restaurant and get fast food anymore. I mean, no one knows what they're doing.
I just want to go on record saying I'm for mothers, I'm for liberty. Heck, I'm even for fathers and freedom too. But what I'm not really for is parents abdicating their responsibility to a governmental body. That is something I'm very against. That is what is called creating a nanny state. And that's a phrase that's been around a while. And I know many people are against the nanny state. I can't think of anything more nanny than deciding for a parent what their child should or should not be reading.
Members of the board, thank you for having me. The banning of books, it's a case of everything that's old becoming new again. The Catcher in the Rye, The Grapes of Wrath, The Color Purple, To Kill a Mockingbird, Strange Fruits. All a literary history that almost wasn't or weren't. History is not there for you to like or dislike. It's there for you to learn from. And if it offends you, even better. Because then you see you're less likely to repeat it. It's not yours to erase.
Before we go in, we should talk about what you want and how much that will cost you. You want me to pay for it? He pushes me inside. I don't pay for sex. Even if I did, I wouldn't pay for you, junkie bitch. He's all predator now, and I'm on me. Scream, but his hand is already over my mouth. I shake my head, look at his eyes, the woof and the mayhem on his mind. He takes me down. It's okay, give it to him. I go limp. No, he screams. Fight, you goddamn whore. Fight or I'll kill you. No fight left in me. Fuck me, kill me, don't care. He wants both his penis, stabs me, his hands lock around my throat. Air, no air, black. The look, but don't touch rule. Our 2-for-1 fee is $300 an hour, plus tips. For straight dancing private, lap dances are $20 per song. Girl on girl, and action adds another $100 to that tab. Now you tell me this bullshit is in our schools. Do you people see this? You think this is okay in our library books? No, look at me, look at this.
I would like you to not, can we not address other people in this?
They're not board members.
Do not, please, thank you.
This is a guy sucking another guy's dick.
Good, come on, guys. Order.
Obviously, they don't follow the rules.
No, they said go on.
Can we please, can we please?
You think this is okay in our schools? You have issues.
Okay, I need order, team. Guys. This is a board meeting. If you guys want to have a dialogue, do not have it in here.